10 places in USA that are prone to natural disaster. From towering hurricanes to deadly earthquakes, nature's fury strikes when you least expect it. Houston, San Francisco, and New Orleans are just a few of the U.S. cities that live in constant fear of the next catastrophic event. Whether it's floods, fires, or earthquakes, these cities are no strangers to disaster. But what happens when these natural disasters overlap or strike in quick succession? Stay tuned to discover the top 10 cities most vulnerable to the worst of Mother Nature's wrath. Number 10. Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas, the largest city in the state, is famous for its booming economy but is also highly at risk for natural disasters. Positioned near the Gulf of Mexico, Houston faces frequent hurricanes and tropical storms, which often bring heavy rain and flooding. The city's flat landscape and large bayou system make flooding worse, a fact tragically shown during Hurricane Harvey in 2017. This Category 4 storm dumped over 50 inches of rain, leading to devastating floods that flooded homes and businesses, displaced more than 30,000 residents, and caused damages exceeding $125 billion. Houston's rapid growth has made the flooding problem worse, with over 300,000 properties at risk of floods and continued building on flood-prone areas. The city struggles to handle such heavy rainfalls. Number 9. Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama, with its population of over 200,000, is a city often threatened by severe weather, especially tornadoes. Located in the heart of Tornado Alley, the city's geography, nestled between the Tennessee River Valley and the Appalachian foothills, makes it highly susceptible to extreme storms. Huntsville was heavily impacted by the devastating 2011 tornado outbreak, which included the Hackleburg Phil Campbell tornado. This outbreak produced the deadliest tornado in Alabama's history, a massive storm that tore through northern Huntsville's suburbs. The tornado, with winds reaching 210 miles per hour, left a 132-mile path of destruction across Alabama, killing 72 people and caused damages in the hundreds of millions. Huntsville's location, combined with rapid growth, means it remains highly vulnerable to tornadoes. Number 8. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a city where tornadoes are a regular threat? In Oklahoma City, this is a reality. With a population of over 680,000, this city sits squarely in the heart of Tornado Alley, making it one of the most tornado-prone locations in the U.S. Its flat terrain and unique weather conditions, warm, moist air meeting cooler, dry air, create a mix that fuels powerful storms and deadly tornadoes. Oklahoma City's vulnerability is not just theoretical. In 1999, a devastating F5 tornado struck the metro area, killing 36 people and causing billions in damage. Just over a decade later, in 2013, another massive tornado tore through the city, claiming 24 lives and causing nearly $2 billion in damages. This is a city where the threat of nature's fury is ever present, with 7 tornadoes hitting the region in a single day as recently as November 2024. Number 7. New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans is a city of vibrant culture, rich history, and an unforgettable music scene. But beneath the lively festivities and iconic Mardi Gras celebrations lies a harsh reality. It's one of the most disaster-prone cities in the U.S. Sitting below sea level and surrounded by water, New Orleans is at high risk for hurricanes and floods. Its low-lying geography, coupled with frequent storm surges during hurricane season, puts the city at risk every year, with the season stretching from June to November. The devastation wrought by Hurricane Katrina in 2005 serves as a stark reminder of New Orleans' vulnerability. The storm caused massive flooding after levees broke, flooding over 80% of the city, and claimed more than 1,300 lives. Adding to the concern, rising sea levels are projected to make parts of the city uninhabitable by 2050, with significant coastal erosion already threatening New Orleans' survival. Number 6. Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida, known for its vibrant culture and stunning beaches, is also one of the most hurricane-prone cities in the U.S. Situated on the Atlantic coast, the city faces constant threats from powerful storms, particularly hurricanes. With its low elevation and easily flooded limestone bedrock, Miami is highly susceptible to flooding, even during minor storms or high tides. The city's vulnerability was tragically underscored in 1992 when Hurricane Andrew, a Category 5 storm, struck, leaving over 160,000 residents homeless and causing $27 billion in damage, making it the most expensive U.S. natural disaster at the time. Because of Miami's coastal position and a warming climate, its risk continues to rise. With stronger hurricanes expected in the future, the city faces growing challenges from storms and rising sea levels. Number 5. San Diego, California. San Diego may be famous for its perfect weather and beautiful beaches, but beneath this sunny reputation lies a city at risk from some of nature's strongest forces. Located near active fault lines like the Rose Canyon and San Andreas Fault, the threat of earthquakes is ever present. A single major earthquake could disrupt daily life in a city already struggling with wildfires and extreme heat. But it's not just the earth that shakes here. San Diego's dry, windy climate makes it prone to wildfires. In 2007, the Witch Creek and Guajito fires devastated the area, burning nearly 200,000 acres, forcing over 200,000 people to evacuate and destroying more than 1,000 homes. With its fragile landscape, rapid urbanization, and frequent Santa Ana winds, San Diego faces an ongoing battle with wildfires and the constant threat of earthquakes. Despite its laid-back vibe, it's a city that has learned to live on the edge. Number 4. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina may be famous for its historic charm, with its pastel historic homes and vibrant festivals, but it's a city that constantly faces nature's challenges. While tourists flock to explore the cobblestone streets, many don't realize that Charleston is vulnerable to multiple natural disasters. It's not just about beauty, it's about survival. Charleston's coastal location makes it vulnerable to hurricanes and storm surges, as evidenced by the devastation caused by Hurricane Hugo in 1989. The storm caused massive flooding and property damage, marking one of the most destructive weather events in the city's history. What's more, Charleston is low-lying, and its aging drainage system struggles to handle flooding, even during minor weather events. On top of that, Charleston faces the threat of earthquakes. It's near an active seismic zone, as shown by the 1886 earthquake, one of the strongest in East Coast history. This disaster serves as a reminder that Charleston's resilience is constantly tested by nature's power. Number 3. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri, often called the Gateway to the West, sits at the meeting point of the Mississippi and Missouri rivers, a strategic location that also makes it vulnerable to some of the nation's most dangerous natural disasters. The city's low-lying geography makes it prone to flooding, with the Great Flood of 1993 being a prime example. In that devastating year, heavy and constant rainfall caused both rivers to rise to historic levels, flooding large parts of the city. The Mississippi River crested at almost 50 feet, which was nearly 20 feet above the flood stage. Levees were overwhelmed, leading to widespread destruction, more than $12 billion in damages, and thousands of people displaced. But flooding isn't the only threat. St. Louis is also prone to tornadoes, including a deadly F4 in 1896, which prompted the city to invest in better warning systems. With its location near major rivers and fault lines, St. Louis faces an ongoing risk of severe weather, reminding residents of the balance between the city's charm and its vulnerability to disasters. Number 2. San Jose, California. In a city where the latest tech innovations thrive, it's hard to imagine nature posing such a threat. Yet San Jose, California, faces two major natural disasters that could disrupt life at any time: earthquakes and flooding. While Silicon Valley is known for its futuristic tech, the ground beneath it is anything but stable. Sitting near the San Andreas and Hayward faults, San Jose is vulnerable to seismic activity, with the potential for devastating earthquakes that could cause widespread destruction. But it's not just the ground that's a concern. In 2017, Coyote Creek, a seemingly tranquil waterway, became a force of nature when heavy rains overwhelmed the area. The Anderson Reservoir released massive amounts of water, sending it rushing through neighborhoods and displacing 14,000 residents. This event showed that even the tech capital of the world can be unprepared for nature's power. Number 1. San Francisco, California. San Francisco, with its iconic landmarks and stunning views, might seem invincible, but it's a city that balances beauty with significant risks from natural disasters. Sitting on the intersection of the San Andreas and Hayward faults, the city is prone to earthquakes, a threat that has shaped its history and will continue to loom large. The 1906 earthquake was a catastrophic event, leveling much of the city and leaving more than 3,000 dead. A century later, the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake caused widespread destruction, including the collapse of part of the Bay Bridge. serving as a sobering reminder of the potential devastation. But earthquakes aren't the only natural disasters San Francisco faces. As sea levels rise due to climate change, parts of the city, especially its waterfront, could be submerged by 2100, with flood risks growing significantly. Occasionally, wildfires from nearby dry areas add to the city's list of threats, keeping San Francisco on constant alert. That's it for today. Which of these disaster-prone cities shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more.